Hello everyone. Welcome to my channel. Please subscribe and keep watching more details. Garcelle breaks down recent run-in with PK Kemsley and Mauricio Umansky after RHOBH exit. When Garcelle announced her departure from the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, fans knew the Bravo universe wouldn't stop talking anytime soon. After all, Garcelle wasn't just another diamond holder. She was the calm in the chaos, the voice of reason amidst the luxury-fueled storms, and at times, the one woman unafraid to call out hypocrisy even when it glittered in designer couture. But her most recent revelation about an unexpected encounter with two of her former castmates, PK Kemsley and Mauricio Umansky, has reignited the Beverly Hills conversation in a way that only Garcelle could. The actress and TV host sat down for an exclusive post-RHOBH interview, opening up about life beyond the Bravo cameras, the freedom of stepping away from the pressure cooker of reality television, and most intriguingly, her awkward yet telling reunion with two of the franchise's most talked about husbands. It was bound to happen eventually. It's Beverly Hills, Garcelle said with a wry smile. You can't go anywhere without bumping into someone from the show, or at least someone who used to be connected to it. Her tone was light, but the situation she described was anything but simple. The run-in occurred earlier this month at a charity gala in Los Angeles, an event known for its glittering guest list and camera-ready attendees. Garcelle, attending with a close friend, admitted she hadn't expected to see either PK Kemsley or Mauricio Umansky that night. I walked in feeling relaxed, happy, and completely free of the usual drama, she explained. Then I saw PK first, standing by the bar, holding court as usual. And a few steps away? Mauricio. Let's just say the universe has a sense of humor. The tension that lingered. Fans will recall that Garcelle's relationships with both men were complicated by her often strained dynamics with their wives. Dorrit Kemsley and Garcelle never fully clicked, despite moments of attempted peace, while Mauricio's ex-wife Kyle Richards shared a famously rocky rapport with Garcelle that grew colder as recent seasons unfolded. When I saw them, there was definitely that moment where time slows down, she admitted. You think, do I smile? Do I wave? Do I pretend I didn't see them? I went with the first option, always better to take the high road. According to Garcelle, PK spotted her first and approached with what she described as a showman's grin. He said, Garcelle, look at you, no cameras and still stunning, she recalled with a laugh. I told him, well, some of us don't need a camera to have charisma. He laughed, and honestly that broke the ice. But the real surprise came when Mauricio joined the conversation. Mauricio's unexpected openness. I didn't know what to expect from Mauricio, Garcelle confessed. Our interactions on the show were always through Kyle's lens. But that night he was different. Grounded, humble, even reflective. She described the buying Beverly Hills star as quieter than usual, noting that he brought up his own exit from the reality TV spotlight, something that's been the subject of much speculation since his high-profile separation from Kyle. He said, I get it now, Garcelle. Sometimes you just need to step away to find yourself again, she shared. And that really resonated with me. Because that's exactly why I left. The two reportedly spent nearly 20 minutes chatting about the toll that public scrutiny takes, especially when real-life struggles are magnified for entertainment. It was human, Garcelle said softly. For the first time in years, we weren't Housewives cast members or Bravo personalities. We were just people who'd been through a lot in the public eye. The shadow of Beverly Hills still looms. Of course, no reunion between Bravo alumni is complete without whispers of what really happened behind the scenes. When asked if Dorrit or Kyle were aware of the encounter, Garcelle's expression turned contemplative. I'm sure they've heard, she said diplomatically. Beverly Hills has more gossip networks than CNN. But honestly, I don't think it was about them. It wasn't about revisiting old wounds. It was about closure. Still, Garcelle didn't shy away from acknowledging the emotional weight of the evening. When you've been through years of on-camera tension with people, even a friendly chat can stir things up, she admitted. But it reminded me of how much I've grown. I don't need to fight for validation or airtime anymore. I can just be. A new chapter without the taglines. Since leaving RHOBH, Garcelle's focus has shifted to her expanding production company and upcoming acting roles. She's currently developing a scripted drama inspired by her experiences navigating fame and friendship in Hollywood. Something she says will tell the truth behind the smiles. I learned that reality TV gives you exposure, But it also takes parts of your privacy you didn't realize were for sale, she said. Now I'm choosing what I share, and with whom. She revealed that several former housewives reached out privately after her announcement, including Sutton Strake, Crystal Kung Minkoff, and even Lisa Rinna, her one-time rival. Lisa texted me a simple message, "Freedom looks good on you." And you know what? She's right. The PK factor. As for PK, Garcelle described their brief but entertaining exchange as classic PK energy. He told me he's working on a business project outside of the show and that Dorrit is, quote, thriving, Garcelle recounted with a grin. I wished him the best, and I meant it. At this point, I hold no grudges. However, she did admit that PK couldn't resist tossing in a playful jab. He said, "You know, Garcelle, the show's gonna miss you. You were the voice of reason, but also the one who made it classy to throw shade." I took that as a compliment. A glimpse of reconciliation, or just Hollywood politeness. So, was this run in the beginning of mended fences, or simply a rare moment of mutual civility among former co-stars? I think it was both, Garcelle mused. We've all evolved. The show is a small world, but life outside it is much bigger. I don't hold on to things anymore. I can see PK and Mauricio and smile without feeling like I'm betraying anyone. Still, she left the night with one lasting impression. Walking out of that event, I realized how light I felt, she said. No confessionals waiting. No producers chasing me down for a reaction shot. Just me, walking into my own story again. Life beyond Bravo. Though fans continue to speculate about whether Garcelle might return to reality TV someday, she insists she's content to watch from afar, for now. I'll always love Housewives, it's part of my DNA at this point, she admitted. But right now, I'm writing a new chapter. And honestly, it feels good not to have to share every line of it. As for PK and Mauricio, she said she left the night genuinely wishing them well. We've all had our ups and downs, but we've also shared something very few people understand, the intensity of being in that world, Garcelle concluded. So when I see them now, I don't see rivals. I see survivors. And with that, Garcelle Beauvais, the woman who entered the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills cast as an outsider and left as one of its most respected figures, proved once again that grace and growth can outshine even the brightest diamonds. Life after the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills has been equal parts liberating and unpredictable. The actress, author and talk show host, known for her wit and calm composure amid the chaos, recently found herself in a scene that could have easily belonged to Bravo's cameras. Only this time, there were no producers, no confessionals, and no glam squad. Just Garcelle, two former co-stars, and an unexpectedly charged atmosphere that has fans talking. It all began at the star-studded opening of a new luxury lounge in West Hollywood. A hotspot that seemed to magnetize every familiar face from Beverly Hills' glittering social circuit. Garcelle, invited as a special guest to support a friend's business venture, arrived radiant yet relaxed, finally free from the invisible pressure of being on for the cameras. But as fate, or perhaps Bravo's mischievous magic, would have it, two of her past castmates were also in attendance. PK Kemsley and Mauricio Umansky. I honestly didn't expect to see either of them, Garcelle admitted in an interview days later. You think once you've stepped off the show, you get a little distance from that world. But Beverly Hills is a small town. And when the music starts and the champagne's flowing, you realize you're never completely out of it. The encounter, according to eyewitnesses, started off politely enough. Garcelle had been chatting with a group of friends near the bar when PK approached, his trademark charm dialed up and a mischievous glint in his eye. Garcelle! You look fabulous as always, he said, drawing her into a hug that looked genuine but perhaps lingered a second too long. Those nearby say PK's wife, Dorrit Kemsley, who has kept a lower profile following the couple's separation earlier this year, was nowhere to be found. That absence reportedly colored the entire interaction. PK was trying to be the life of the party, one source said. But you could tell Garcelle wasn't sure how to take it. Their history on RHOBH was complicated. Friendly one minute, tense the next. And without Dorrit there, the energy was different. Garcelle, for her part, maintained her poise. It's always interesting seeing people again after everything that's gone down on the show, she reflected. There's history, there's unspoken things. But I try to stay in my peace. I'm not interested in reliving the drama. But the night took a sharper turn when Mauricio Umansky, Kyle Richards' now ex-husband, entered the room. Garcelle and Mauricio had shared a cordial relationship during her RHOBH years, though tensions occasionally flared, mostly due to Garcelle's close friendship with Kyle and her pointed questions about Mauricio's real estate dealings. "He saw me from across the room," Garcelle said, recounting the moment with a wry laugh. "And for a second, I thought he was going to walk the other way. But he didn't. He came over, gave me a hug and said, 'Long time no see.' It was cordial. But I could feel the weight of everything unsaid between us." Witnesses confirmed that their exchange appeared warm on the surface, but the body language told another story. "They smiled, but their eyes didn't," said one attendee. "You could tell they were both measuring every word." Garcelle didn't deny it. "I've always liked Mauricio," she said carefully. "But let's be real. Things got messy with Kyle, the show, and everything that followed. I wasn't about to get caught in that again. I wished him well, truly. But I also wasn't going to pretend everything was perfect." The conversation reportedly lasted only a few minutes before PK returned, inserting himself into the mix with a joke about how he and Mauricio were the last of the Beverly Hills husbands still standing. The quip didn't land as intended. Garcelle, always quick with a comeback, simply raised an eyebrow and said, "Are you sure about that?" sending laughter rippling through nearby onlookers. "It wasn't mean," Garcelle explained later. "But it was honest. Those guys love to banter, and I wasn't going to be intimidated or patronized. I've dealt with bigger personalities on and off that show." Still, the moment seemed to stir something in her. For years, Garcelle had been the grounded presence amid RHOBH's glitzy storm. A woman of depth and empathy surrounded by diamonds and drama. Her exit from the franchise earlier this year had been on her own terms, a decision she described as the healthiest thing I've done in a long time. "I gave that show a lot of myself," she said. "And I'm proud of the conversations we started. About race, about friendship, about boundaries. But when I realized it was starting to drain me emotionally, I knew it was time to go." There's power in walking away.